Oh, oh, hold on. Starting to shut up soon. I forgot to set up a lot of shit before the stream started. So give me a moment. Okay. Fuck. This is gonna be a pain to watch after this is done. If anyone's gonna go into anyways. Hey, hello chat. Ads? Is there ads? I did put ads, but watch the ads, I guess. I even forgot to change the color of the starting screen. I should have done that. I always do it. Oh, there if you guys can hear me fine. Please tell me if you can do that. I really just hope the music isn't too loud. Alright. I generally always change the color, so let me do that. Let's go with a blue today. There. Hello, guys. Yeah, it still says it's FNAF, right? Yes, because I'm playing Click Team Fusion, and FNAF was made in Click Team Fusion, so I'm obviously playing FNAF, right, YouTube? I'm just playing FNAF. Doesn't fucking matter that I'm playing Click Team Fusion. Alright, let's get it started. So, let me move this thing right here. All the way. Okay, hold on. It didn't open up anything. Spike, hang tight, please. What the hell? I do. You do you. I don't want Spark inside though. Not something that I will ever encourage in any way, shape, or form. Yay! There we go. Let me put Hedgebot in view. This is how Hedgebot in there. This is Hedgebot, by the way. That's it. It's just the fucking screen that I run. There's like no commands or anything. That's Hedgebot. But I made a custom icon so it looks pretty. But I do run it on my machine. I bought a like a shitty, like probably $5 webcam, just so I could open it and try to turn it into like a full spectrum camera, which is like you remove the IR sensor. It's not sensor, you remove the IR filter and you make it into an infrared camera, and it renders that as like a purplish glow. And it's funny. The problem is that like the fucking filter is like glued into the lens, so I can't remove it. But it was funny seeing what the camera would render just with like an exposed sensor. I like experimenting with my cameras. Alright, let's open up worlds. Let's go with not so simple worlds. Let's go with EX. Just cause I think it was already there, really. Toots. Oh, this is the tutorial version. I'm gonna close it. So, simple worlds EX. There. Now we're gonna save it as simple worlds EX 0. Now let's call it Zero Worlds. Yee! So, okay, here's what we're gonna do. we're gonna be changing Sonic himself into Zero. And we're gonna make him playable. That is pretty much all we're gonna be doing, you know, replacing most things with like Zero assets and whatnot, making this sort of like a Megaman Zero engine. The reason why I want to do this is because I do feel like our community and Hedgeland and whatnot is way too focused on Sonic, and I feel like we can have a little bit of a move away from him. And I think making Megaman Zero engine is relatively simple. I'm not going to make it way too accurate. Like, I don't have like the Zero physics guide. I don't know how many pixels per second Zero moves. I have an emulator in the background that yeah, never mind that. It's like paused, but the music still plays. Let me see. Ah, never mind. I'm gonna close it. I guess I should just reset. But like, I have an emulator in the background in case I need it. And yeah, that's the thing. So, wait, you're watching at 180p? Can you? Am I even doing that shit in 180? Because I have no fucking clue. I have the bit. Yeah, I'm doing it 180. Okay. But I have my bitrate set to pretty low, so. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're just like doing software stuff. It's not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, this monitor, by the way, is like it's a 180p monitor, but it's like wider. It's very good for working, like exceptionally good for that. Because you just have a lot of screen space. You can just put a lot of stuff on the screen. I would actually say it's kind of vital for some things. But yeah, it's pretty good. For games, maybe not so much because most of them don't support it. Subnautica does. And it looks great. But yeah, to be honest, I don't like people are like looking for 4K monitors and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so I got this like extra wide monitor, and like some Netflix movies and whatnot are in like movie resolution, and this monitor fits those movies like perfectly. So it's like no letterboxing or anything. This is great. Like fuck 4K, I want extra wide. Oh, I guess it's a place where you can get sprites. I got the sprites from Spiders Resource. I think we should just begin. Let's do it. So let's start by just converting Sonic into Megaman X, or Megaman Zero, I mean. So we're just gonna put Sonic in here. We're gonna start by doing that. So over here we got the idle. I'm just gonna be starting doing it. There's no, we don't have to delay this very further. So I got some resources here. Some like reference folders. So I think I got some Zero stuff. And I got Zero. This is from 01, I think, so this is not gonna work. I think it's this one, yeah. This is a huge ass one. And I think we can make the black the transparent color, probably. Now I can import selection. And I think that this is just a regular idle. Sadly, due to the way it is, we're gonna have to position hotspots manually. And this is funny, because one of the reasons why this is not gonna be accurate to the actual Zero games is because of this weird fact that the Zero games are on the Game Boy. That's a weird fact. I mean, it's true. Like, they're on the Game Boy, and because they're on the Game Boy, Zero actually jumps like fairly low. He doesn't jump very high. Let me see if I can actually get the emulator running. God. I'm gonna fucking reset. Doesn't even matter if I reset. No, nothing works. Wow, really? Fucking shit emulator. And I don't get it. But yeah. So we're gonna have to make Zero jump higher, that's what I mean. So yeah. Alright, now let's just get every sprite into its own frame. And then adjust the hotspots manually later. By holding space, you can just your cursor turns into this hand and you can just move it around. It's very useful. Something that I like about the Fusion editor, the sprite editor, it's actually fairly okay. It doesn't work with like graphics tablets though. That's one of its negatives, really. I think for this we might as well just place the hotspot downwards because I think they're pretty much all the same size. Yeah, it seems fairly easy. And you see that the loop right now like disappears because it's set to 24 over here, so you just put it back. I don't know if this is actually how it is in the game. It probably like lingers on one of those frames better. Maybe there's some more that I have missed. Although it only really shows 4 frames. Maybe that's as much as I got. Maybe I'm just using the wrong one. Maybe it's like this one? Oh, there's so many. Jesus fuck, there's so many. I'm sticking with this one. There's so many sprites. If anyone wants to polish it, they can do it some of the time. Let me see how this rolls. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. Let me just brace everything over here again because when I flipped, it changed the position slightly. Looking good, it doesn't. I think you're gonna need the other one, but just for the sake of doing the engine, someone can polish this later if they want to. This ain't great, but if anyone wants to polish it, they can do it later. Right, it's super small, right? I don't think you can actually zoom in, unfortunately. That's just how this shit rolls. Haha, roll. Haha. Megaman, haha. Alright, now I can just click OK, and now we just have a little Zero. Sadly, the way our tile set works, it doesn't really work for Zero, because the thing about Zero, and you might notice, is that his sprite is made for the tiles where the camera is not exactly at the sideways, it's actually a little bit upwards. They might have to change a couple things. So one thing that we might have to do is when we're doing our sprite, instead of placing the hotspot in here, we move it up a little bit. Just do that for literally everything. Just so it works with most tiles, really. So yeah, now let's get to other things like walking. So one thing that I always like to do is I like to place the Zero sprite in here. Then Ctrl C, just make sure you don't lose it by mistake, because there's an option that if you click it, you're gonna just lose it. I think it's only this. That's probably somewhere to the side, right? Yeah, there's like plenty more. Oh, you can actually import it as a sprite sheet. That's interesting. Neat. But it would take like a while. I guess 128 by 128, maybe. Is it? Could it be? Probably not. Could it be like 256? Oh, let's go. I never actually seen those importing options. Probably not. Nah, fuck that. So let's just go and just import selection, select this bitch. And there we go. This is all we want. So always keep the Zero sprite in here. Let's just flip this. Copy this several times. And now we can just grab each sprite individually. Busy work, I know, but hey, welcome to game dev. In this case, positioning the hotspot might not be as easy. Let's keep doing it. Which one was the last one? It was this one. We'll be able to find it by eye. That's like the weird spot of a walking cycle. This one. Now it should be this one. Yes, the lake is Brazilian. The lake. one, so it should be this one. This should probably be like the hardest one, really. I don't think there's like a lot more frames in most of them. So that was kind of a mistake. There's more, so it's fine. So it's this one. And then, is it that one already done? I think we missed one. Oh, we did miss one. This one and then this one. There's like one in the middle. Between this and this. That one, and we're missing this one. Always watch out for that. And then there's this one. This might be the beginning of the walking cycle, actually. If so, there is something we can do about it. Or maybe it's like the end. I have no fucking clue. Wow. Okay. If we click play, the screen becomes that size because the hotspot's like fucking somewhere that we have no idea. I just do this. Whoop. Whoopity doop. Should zoom in. Just a bit, just so you guys can see it better. Most people here are probably not watching at 180p anyways. Which maybe you shouldn't, but then again the bit rate is not that big. So we might be able to get into it. Someone wants to talk. Like every time when a Brazilian shows up in the chat, they want me to talk in Portuguese. Because they don't get English. But everyone here, dude, is from like several different nations everywhere in the world. I can't speak in Portuguese, I have to talk in English. It's like an agreement. We all will just talk in one language and just stick with English. There's so many resources to learn English out there. There's like no excuse to learn English. Just learn English, man. So, yeah, I think this is like the animation that starts the walking cycle. If so, we can go over here and it can loop it back to 3 instead. So here we have a walking cycle, but it's very offset because of the way it works. It is a walking cycle though, so it is progress. I think someone said there's like an onion skiing method. Yeah, there is. Like I probably didn't use this in like previous click team builds, probably because it was actually rather buggy before, but maybe they fixed it and it seems to be working now. The onion skiing just kind of shows other sprites and you can probably adjust the hotspot based on it too. This just seems like highly useful. Like insanely useful. So you can use something as a reference, like the body, the head, or the feet. So yeah. The hotspot is getting on the fucking way though. Like I want to see what's going on. It's just on the way. This seems fine. This isn't fine. Yeah, this is pretty useful. You just adjust the slider over here. And if it's on the back, then you see the sprite ahead before it. And if it's forward, you see the sprite ahead of it. That's it. This is a little bit too forward. Let's move it. Move this one too. Just kind of align them, really. Let's see if it works. Looks kind of fine, but a bit weird. Because Zero seems to move a bit forward when he gets to at some point. So let's move this one back a little bit. I know this is like pedantic polish, really, but that's fine. Like over here, he's like moves forward. Things moves. No, his head doesn't move forward. I'm like using his head as like a reference. It's not very good idea to use the head, but I'll use it for this one. Yeah, see, this is a bit forward. Let's move it back. And now it's behind. I'm just using it for like the vertical axis more than the horizontal. Just to align it. Let me see. Seems to work, I guess. I mean, no, it's not perfect. It ain't great, actually. I'm way too pedantic about this shit. Yeah, the hips. Sadly, I can't actually see the hips very well. Because it's like everything is like on top of each other. Might as well just use the hips then. I can just go like trio and arrow in this one. Or draw the pink line I used before. That was my previous method. Jesus. Not even if he use like the forward one, no. I don't think there's any more option to do that, so. Fucking shit walk cycle ruins most games. This shit is too fucking important for me to pass up. Sometimes you're just supposed to be ahead, I think. I could just use like the general body shape then. There's like one frame that moves up. It's the one where he puts his left foot forward. Don't know exactly why he feels a bit forward, but he goes back a little bit. Fuck. Now he like shakes. I hate this. It's like I got pretty much a pro at doing this with like Sonic animations, but like Zero, I have no fucking clue. Ah, of course I need to move this one up a little bit. It's not that, that's not the problem, but yeah. Let's just do that. But like funny, this animation doesn't really do that. Oh, okay. I need to use that feet as a base. Figure something out. It's probably a much better way of doing this. Like, genuinely much better way. Oh, jeez. I think I'm gonna stick with this, really. It's not great, and Zero kind of goes back. Let's stick with this, whatever. I think I have like a thing here. Doesn't have to be perfect so far, we can polish this later in any case. I just want something functional for now. There's like a running animation too. I just copy this one in here. Doesn't really matter. Disappearing, that's like dying, but we're not gonna be using it, so I'll just replace it with idle. Zero dies in a very different way. So we're gonna have to like replace the death group like quite a bit. How do you do cutscenes in Spark? Like everyone wants to do cutscenes. Dude, I already did a thing about it before. Like you're gonna have to learn how to fucking code in Fusion, and then you learn the cutscenes, man. It's not too hard. Come on. It's not too hard. Yeah, it's like one of the easiest things. It's not so hard. Like I had a problem before because of how the way jumping works in Worlds, but like you can figure this one out. Sometimes you just gotta be like that, dude. You just gotta try it out. Okay, now I got this. Try to deactivate our onion skin, and let's start by doing the jump. This is jumping up, so let's do that. So first, Grab the first. Is that the first? Nah, that ain't the first. Let's do it in reverse order. Yeah. Okay, that's the first one. I got confused there for a second, it's fine. Yeah. A lot of shit. Like, I'll do another fusion rundown and maybe I'll cover tutorials a bit more, but it's just tutorials, like cutscenes. But man... It's just like, it's just trial and error. Like, the cutscenes in Spark, like, the text boxes are something else completely. You'll find those in Rift-A's engine. Use those if you want to. But, like, the text boxes are fairly complicated. I don't think I can cover them in a tutorial because I don't entirely fully understand them. Like, I do, mostly, but not totally. Okay, let me actually do this in walking because I completely forgot. Wasn't supposed to be keeping that frame in there. So I'll just paste this in here and flip it. Copy. Nice. It's fine. Hablos. I'll maybe cover it eventually, but like right now, focus on doing things that you can do and do cutscenes later. That's the thing about game development. You're not always able to make your vision come to life fully. So all you have to do really is to just do whatever you can. Do what you can, and then eventually you're gonna get good enough to the point where you can do anything. But right now you can't. So you gotta do the things that you can. Like, man, I didn't have this sort of stuff when I was starting, you know? I just did what I could. Really, all I wanted was to make a game. So it really didn't matter to me that my game would be like amateurish or like wouldn't have the things that I wanted. It really was just, I'll do what I can. If I can't, it's fine, I'll do something else. So here, the sprite, I think it's fair enough for it to be in here, maybe? Here? Shit, this is too zoomed in. It should be like, what, like around here. Oh, but I don't think aligning the jump sprite probably matters as much, really. Because like when you're jumping, your character's like constantly moving, so it's not exactly all that problematic. Let's go with that. Yeah, that seems fair enough. It's never been all that big deal. Let's have a loop. Do this one. Huh. Since it's going up, like, I don't know. It's like the same to the... Okay. Frame 4. Frame 4 doesn't work, so let's go with 5. Huh. That's interesting. The 2 frames are the same. Why? Maybe I fucked up. Yeah, that's better. Let's see what happens if you go frame 2. Zero has always had a weird jumping animation, minus stupid. I mean, who puts their chest like this when they jump? That's right, they're gonna be shown when they're falling. There's a falling sprite, don't worry about that. Alright, let's grab the stopped. I always use the stopped one as a reference. Falling. This is like Sonic falling sprite, but then we're gonna adjust and make sure that it does work with the jumping. That's fine. Let's go with that. There's like a falling animation here somewhere. Oh, it's this one. It's right after it. Okay. It looks pretty cool, actually. The falling actually looks pretty alright. I can't press enter. Let's go with that. Shit. Control Z. Like 4 frames, right? Yep. So copy and pasted it 4 times. Let's go. And let's just do this. I hope this is gonna be useful for some people. Megaman Zero is like fairly simple, so it can be like done in Fusion, much like I know a lot of things. Maybe I should have done this in Unity, but like I have to like code an engine from scratch, and I'm not particularly familiar using pixel art. Like there's a Megaman X physics guide, yeah, but I don't really care because the screen resolution in simple worlds and in Fusion is gonna be different anyways. Because platformers are very much tied to their screen resolution. It's a truism platformers. Like Zero jumps smaller because shorter in Megaman Zero because the Game Boy resolution is just so small. So for this, I'm actually gonna make Zero jump higher and maybe move a bit faster because of how like big the screen is. It would feel too slow if it was different. So the physics are gonna be different. I'm just gonna try my best to make it feel like Mega Man X. I mean Mega Man Zero, but they feel very similar. At least I think Zero feels very similar to Mega Man X than he does in Zero. It's not gonna be like super accurate. It's like my point here is to make like a base for anyone that wants to make a Mega Man Zero like game, or maybe a fan game if they want to. But I believe it's okay for it to not be too accurate because it's not that big of a deal. That's one of the reasons why I think like Sonic physics are too overrated. Like, you can make a game that has all the principles of Sonic physics that feels just as good, but the physics are like not as accurate. I mean, like Mania is like has some differences, you know, and it's still like super good. So like, but I keep saying like the physics are never the point. Just make a fun game, as long as it feels good. I don't think anyone will care. I mean, increase the speed a little bit. It's funny that it has a lower max speed, even though it's not really very much used by any means. Yeah, look at that. That feels satisfying. Oh fuck, the hell happened to the hotspot? I've always had this idea too, that like, maybe if you dashed in Zero, you should like keep your speed, and maybe I'll make a toggle for that. Like maybe if you dash in Zero, Zero just runs faster. That would be great, but that doesn't really happen. In fact, I've never done a game like this. I'm gonna try. I mean, Spark is kind of like this in some ways, but not very much. Yeah, or just dash forever. That's a good idea. I don't know, man. Like, just keeping your momentum from there seems like a good idea too. Yeah, you can spend dash infinitely anyways. Like, it's one of the reasons why I say stuff like Mega Man X was never good, because there's so much on it that could be improved, and they had like 8 games and they haven't improved. I don't think they actually know what they're doing. If they did in the first game, but not anymore. Can Zero crouch? I don't even know if Zero can fucking crouch. Someone enlighten me on it. Is there a crouching animation for Zero? No. I'll take the damage sprite. Let's go with that. He's gonna be here anyways. I was just write like a big no on top of him, just because. There we go. I can just like place the hotspot. I'll write a no somewhere. No. It's like you can't. Don't even try, bitch. In another frame, I want the note to not being there just because. This is a joke. We can just remove it later. Yeah, you dash to crouch. Yeah, I see. I can see it. I see what that is. But like, there's no like, you just crouch like you do in Mega Man X5, I think. How to make credits? You just make a thing move up, dude. It's not too hard. Alright. Let's keep doing it. Stand up. Can Zero look up? If not, then what can I do? Oh, there's so many effects. That's neat. Even the saber. And there's like this one sprite over here. This should work. It should be neat, I guess. This one. Yeah, this sprite where he teleports out. Let's use that one. There's gonna be like this animation is like in Worlds by default anyways. We can remove it or just like keep Sonic as a placeholder. You know what? Let's make something out of it. Might as well. Let's have a little cool pose where Zero like breaks his back. Man, that's not a pose where like your back would be safe. Like that should hurt. That should genuinely hurt. Like look at how far he moves his back. Like he's completely supporting his body weight to like this thing over here. Like he's gonna fucking hurt his spine real bad. He's a robot though, so I guess it doesn't matter. Zero has no neck. It's like moving backwards and forwards. Like this. I'm not gonna have that. No green boobs! Instead we got yellow boobs. And like, well, like he has like underwear on. Kinda weird. Alright. Nope. Does it have like a pushing sprite? It may not. Which I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because I fucking hate pushing mechanics. Don't put that shit in your game. Never put that shit in your game. It's so bad. I like, you want to play a Zero game? You use slash. Like, you jump slash and you do shit. Don't push shit. It's boring. That's why like in Sonic 3 like you only really push to like unlock like hidden shit, like a shit mechanic, but you can do it if you want to. Let me just replace it with walking. I guess it doesn't have it. That'll be good. That's good. It's a good idea. Spin dashing, huh? What can we replace this with? We can just enable spin dash for Zero. I mean, that's possible. You can just enable spin dash for Zero if you want to. I think there's like that spinning thing. Forgot what that was. This one, yeah. Forgot what this was, but let's just do it. Anyway, it's okay. The buttons are like super small here. They're kind of hard to find sometimes. Just gonna replace it with this. Just so we can have it. Because if some guy in the future just wants to like re-enable Sonic shit with Zero. I mean, I have a game that plays kind of like Mega Man X that has a spin dash in it. It works. Mega Man, Kirby, and Sonic surprisingly fit in together. Zero can spin dash. Like okay, so we're gonna disable the spin dash for Zero. We're just replacing animations, really. So if anyone ever in the future like goes in this engine and re-enables spin dash, there's gonna be something. It's not gonna be just a shit animation. Springs, it's just jumping. Let's just use the following one. Hanging. Oh, there is a hanging. I believe so. Okay, it's so hard to move down with like the fucking scroll bar. Oh man, are we gonna have to do ladders? I really hated ladders in Mega Man Zero. Maybe we're gonna have to do it. I know Freedom Planet does it. Never particularly liked it. It's probably not too hard, really. I think it's a ladder animation. Maybe there's no hanging, it's just ladders. It looks like hanging, but it's not. I don't know. Does he not? Because it's just ladder animations. I could swear to God that he had it. Probably because it had Zero had those animations in Mega Man X. Mega Man X5 you had that shit. But I guess not. Just grab one of those. Just so he has it. Need to keep one of the Sonic sprites for this one. Oh, it's in 04. Okay, this is one's from 03. It's the only one I was able to find. Yeah, we need to set the hotspot actually based on this sprite. Because the thing is, like, the hotspot in this one is, like, set to be on the thing. So, yeah, do it like that. And just keep it like this, it's fine. Not ideal. Maybe we'll do ladders, I don't know. I just want to cover, like, the basics. Why does it say you're playing FNAF? Yeah, you figure that one out. Does Zero has skidding by any chance? Because I don't think he does. It has no reason to skid. Maybe you can use something. I got it. It's funny that they separated the Z-Saber from the sprite. We can use that for our advantage. That's it. Let's go with that. That works. Probably not gonna use skidding, but it's just there, really. Someone should corner whoever Megaman Izuka is. What? Sounds like a mafioso. I'm not even replacing this one. Floating, huh? Just get the spring, the folly animation. It generally works because there's like supposedly like a wind coming from downwards. Let's replace this one. So it's like, imagine if there's like wind coming downwards instead of Zero falling. It's the same thing, really. So it works. Standing spin, which is just idle. You don't have to replace all of those if you don't want to. It's just for compatibility. Bubble goop. Falling again. Oh shit. I replaced it! I have it elsewhere, it's fine. shame that the animation window is so small. We can raise it a little bit, but it's not exactly much better. Yeah, let's go bottom up then. Ledge, huh? Just need to replace it with idle. This case, paste, 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 paste. Transform, huh? Paste, paste. Yeah, that should just be idle. Right, we're done with like the main ones, but there's more. We can add more. Let's save it. Like, did you know about some fan games were made in not so simple worlds? Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it's out there, so someone's gonna do it. Oh yeah, like a build of hedge physics by this one Japanese dude that wanted to make it like open source and stuff like that, and I think he even like removed most of the copyrighted stuff. Was like retweeted by, I think it was like the level designer of Sonic 1, 2, and 3, the guy who like worked at Naughty Dog. That was pretty cool. It just happened earlier today, I think. So let me do the dash animation now. Let's just grab the stops. Alright. Let's go and get the dash. Dashing is fun. Who doesn't like dashing? Why did it? Oh, I didn't replace it. I thought I replaced it by mistake. Oh man, I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm gonna be doing this for probably 2 hours. It shouldn't be too long of a stream. At least I hope today to actually get like the basics of Zero just going. So yeah. Someone's memeing in the chat. I don't know what it is. I think I can place it like here. Should Zero like be a pixel above the ground? I actually don't know. I think the dash animation loops, right? Let me increase the speed. I hate this. You have to increase the higher speed before you increase the lower speed. And that's like never used too. It's such a useless feature. Woo! Dope dash. How do I even figure this shit out? Is there more to the dash? I don't think I missed anything, right? Oh, that's all that there is to it. Seems maybe there's more. Where's prototype? Oh. Damn, that ain't right. Oh, that's better. Actually, rather good. I guess just anchor it on his head. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. Like reasonably, not great, but reasonable. No, no! I lost everything. Oh, and I can't even control Z. Fuck. I was gonna like paste it, but I did it wrong. Fuck. Oh, let's do this fast. It's fine. There's like, it's Control K. Okay. Oh, it's so far away and it doesn't work. Okay, it did work. What is the shortcut for hotspot? It's H. Okay, we'll go with H. H for hotspot, not for anything else. bit too much, actually. There we go. I'm gonna click copy. Okay. Dude, like, at one point, do you think I made, like, this huge animation and it was, like, really big and then I just lost everything? Like, fuck! Always click OK, because when you click OK, it saves your last one. I hate that. I fucking hate it. Oh yeah, I said, like, there's a particle on the dash. There is, probably. I don't know if it's included in the sprite sheet. Let me check. No, it is not, but we'll figure something out. At the end of the day, we got default worlds particles, and even Sonic Worlds is not exactly accurate when it comes to its particles to the originals. So I don't know. At least we got the effects. Alright, let's do that. Let's do which one? What should we do next? Let's just have like the wall animations done, because those things are gonna be necessary. So new wall. What? You remember that FA game that was Mephiles as a boss fight? I do remember that one. Fucking Mephiles, dude. Wow, what the fuck did I just do? Oh, I think like the zoom can only go so far, so that happens. When you accidentally import the whole sprite sheet, it's just too big for Fusion. You can only go up to 3K, 30K when it comes to sprite size, so be aware of that. Did I skip the wall? I did. Okay. I've been looking at it thinking about one thing. If the hair actually loops, like it loops those couple frames over here. I don't know if they do. We'll find out. Why does Fusion allow up to 2 gigs? Probably because it's a 32-bit application. To be honest, if your game uses more than 2 gigs of RAM, even in the editor, it might have a problem, dude. Like, generally, on Fusion, we're working like pixel art kind of games. So, that's a little bit too much, man. And then again, like, a lot of computers are still 32-bit, I think. So it might actually be a good idea to stick with it being 32-bit application. Still, like, they're working on Fusion 3 now, so I hope that fixes it. Alright, so let's align it somewhere. Aligning wall jump is fairly hard, actually. Because we're gonna have to actually later just figure out where the wall is and then just place the hotspot accordingly. So that's one thing that I actually had a hard time doing in Spark. Like, aligning the wall is like fairly hard. Okay, so loop back to 5. It's something. It's not great. Might as well sort of like align vertically to the hand instead of the feet. Since it's probably the part where Zero is anchoring himself in, it's the hand. I would think. This one would think. Is this right? Should be. Yeah, this should be mostly right. It's pretty fast. Like, this animation is generally not this fast in the game. But not this slow either. It's amazing that it has 2 frames here. Let's go with like, this is like a percentage of the frame rate. That's how it was, has always been like. I'm gonna delete this one frame. It feels a bit unnecessary. I don't know why it's even here. I know Zero actually has like always had like weird wall climbing. Okay, this is actually the reverse, I think. Because if we're going towards this specific direction, we're gonna be facing this direction because that's where the wall is. But if we're going towards this direction, hitting a wall here, we need to flip it. Because we're going here and we hit the wall over here. So we're facing this direction. Oh, music in the playlist? There. Cool Morning from Danganronpa V3. This one is Beautiful Ruin from Danganronpa 2. Look at my last two comments. I think I know the game that you're talking about. I don't know if it's you. Hold on. What parallax are you talking about? How Green Hill? I don't know if that's possible, man. I might have to go a bit sooner. Someone's like linking me to like a Mega Man X sprites. I'll look that stuff up later. What we're gonna do now? I need to do another animation. I'm sure there's something else. Let me look up. Oh, is this Zero jumping off of a wall? Huh. I didn't actually know he had one. Oh yeah, he absolutely does. What am I talking about? I just never saw much of it used for those. I just transitioned to the regular jumping animation. Because it's a jump regardless, so I don't know. It feels a bit tacky to me. It feels like you need that animation to play instead of just making it like a regular jump. Regular jump has always been like a better idea for me. Let's go with this one. Oh, there's like one more. Ah, shit. Right. Hold on a second, guys. I need to use the bathroom for a little bit. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So give me a little break, cause I've been holding it in. So where's no. Thanks for watching. BRB. I'm gonna leave this music playing in the background. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Shit, fuck! Ah! Hey, Chad, I'm back. Let's get straight to it. Okay. So sorry if that took a little bit too long. Man, that's a load off my fucking back, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. No, don't help me, Jesus, I'm fine. Where does this animation fucking start? What have I done? Does it like take a while to jump? It makes like a prank noise or whatever. It makes it zero. Maybe I should also get like a zero sound effect back. Not right now, that's not my priority today. My priority today is more like physics and things like that. Kinda. I don't give a shit about Megaman physics guy, I'll just make the thing. So it does all those things. And then it jumps in the opposite direction. What? I think I gotta flip those. I don't know if I get it. Oh, I think I do. Yeah. Yep. Those guys ain't wrong. That's what it is. Or just rename wall jump. Hey, can you guys still hear me and everything? Am I here? There's been some kind of raid? Okay. Stream's still going on though, so I mean, good job. Good job on the raid, whoever did it. Cue the Ava, like, clapping thing. Like, you did it. You did it. Like the Your Winner thing from Big Rigs. Oh. Hey, hello writers. It's like they're rating so much. I was taking a shit. I don't know why that's funny, it makes no sense. Like, good job, guys. Like 2 frames, why? Just keep one, thanks. Yeah, that's better. I wonder if that actually works. Let me loop it. Maybe not, but we'll see it in action if it works or not. That ain't a problem right now. So copy, pasty. But I actually don't know who is raiding. There's like 3 people. Great raid. More like, welcome to the stream. So let's start getting the physics right, because I think we can actually get a decent thing. So first I'm gonna open the tutorial version just so I can get one thing. Because we can get this thing, and this is good. I want this. Let's go with that. Put it in here. I like that we can just like copy and paste events in Fusion. Look at that, he's like floating. But it is working. Yay. No. It's because I didn't align it with Sonic, but there's a way to fix this really easy. Wait. Let's check it out. Can I spin dash? Yeah! Is this funny? Better than the original already. Alright, let's go. I think over here we can do some things just to figure some things out. It's somewhere where it sets the sprites, the position of every sprite. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it's in character attributes or anywhere else. Fuck. Forgot. That's sensors, right? It is sensors. So float X. Let's go with float X plus 16. See what happens. No, not X. 16. Alright, so we're on the ground, but will it work at angles? That's vital. No, not really. Maybe there's a better way of doing this. Like adjusting every single hotspot. I wonder if there's any way to figure this one out. Probably not. I might just have to adjust every sensor. That's why you use a sprite as a base, you fucking idiot. Ah! I'm gonna have to adjust everything now. But it's fine. I'll figure it out. It's not gonna be too hard. That's why you put this shit in the center, you don't put it in the bottom. You idiot. Thank God for onion skin. Yeah, like a lot of those are just a copy of another sprite, so it should be fine. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I'm not gonna do it that way. Ablo style, I don't know, man. Like you mean like the water in Green Hill, because that thing you can do with a parallaxer if you want to. But like the clouds, oh, I did that before, man. I did it already in one of my tutorials. I don't know what you're talking about. This has been a mistake, guys. I'm sorry for that. Probably I just have to move it in X. It's really all I have to do. Like why? Things are gonna look bad for now, but then I'll adjust every single one individually. Yeah, I did on the tutorial rundown, like porting Delta's background and doing moving clouds and stuff like that. That's the wrong way of doing it, but this is gonna work for a while. Okay. Should the Scott Pilgrim fan game? I know nothing about Scott Pilgrim. So I'm not gonna do Scott Pilgrim fan game. Particularly, like, the style of it just doesn't appeal to me. It's not something I would particularly enjoy, so I don't know, man. Damn. I don't even know if this shit is right. I hope it is. Ah boy, now everything's fucking wrong. What have I done? Pink line again, let's do it. Remember our great pink line? That should be where the ground level is, but this time it's for the feet. It should be like a pixel up. So now I just draw the pink line again. Then draw the pink line on top of the pink line. I can't see the pink line anymore. Because we put this way too up. But it shouldn't be here. It should probably be like over here. Because zero's like going up in this one. While moving his head forward too. Just a bit. Now it's like over there. Put it in here. So you can't even see the goddamn pink line. Like it's not even there. Fuck. I'm gonna go on faith and say that it works. Shit, fuck. It looks bad because of this one. I hate this. That isn't too bad. That's fair enough. Let's go with that. Now this is funny because if you shift and click, you can select a color, right? But if you shift and click on empty, you can just paint empty because it's supposedly like a transparent color. It's grabbing one of the colors and making it transparent. That's neat. Let's see. That's bad, but that's what we're gonna keep for now because we gotta move on. Running, it's absolutely the same. Disappearing, it's the same. Bouncing, the same. And now jumping, hey boy. I completely forgot about that. There's been such a fucking shit show. Jesus fuck. Just move it in X. I mean Y. Speaking of which, zero should have been Y. Should have been Euro because you got X and then you got Y, and then Axel should have been 0. So it's X, Y, and Z. I know it's supposed to be like, I think X is supposed to be like everything, and 0 is supposed to be nothing. That's like the theme of it. So like X is supposed to be like a variable, and a variable can be anything. So it's like everything. But 0 is like nothing. Like it's just names though, because at the end of the day they don't follow through in it. Because 0 can copy abilities just like X, so he can be anything too. But 0 is supposed to be nothing. So I don't know. I guess it's just a cool name. Then again, a lot of characters and a lot of people like to make their names 0, but they just found it cool. It's cool. It literally means nothing, because that's what it's supposed to mean. Because nothingness is cool. It's like, yeah, I have depression. I am a nihilist. Yeah. Guys, nothing matters. Zero absolutely has a copy ability. Like, you think that he doesn't, but every time he defeats a fucking Maverick, he gets a new ability, and sometimes it's just like the Maverick's ability. Yeah, he has a fucking copy ability. It's there. It's absolutely there. I think you can move a frame from deltas, it's not so simple, yeah. But you're gonna miss global variables. I mean, kinda, they're the same, almost. But like, I wouldn't recommend doing that, because the controller support is different in both engines. They're done differently. Yeah, but no, like in Zero, I think if you defeat a Maverick, you get his ability. Like, that's copy, though. It's copy ability. Zero, you faggot, you have copy ability. Zero is actually X, the big twist, but from the future. Came back. Dude, like Megaman lore is like so it's fucking shit, but I love it. Like I just like the dumb shit that they do with it. Like fucking how can I put it? Like the lore goes like this. Let me recite Mega Man X lore as far as I know. So like you got Mega Man, right? And then Dr. Light gets old and decides to make a new Mega Man, and that's X. But he buries X. But in the future they find X, and then they use X as a base to make all the Reploids. So every other robot is based on X. Every single one. They're all based on X. Right? It's you know, it's like they made X design first and then they made every robot after X. It's funny, but like whatever. But that X is made by Dr. Light, and X has like he went through like this massive like so many moral scenarios and whatnot while he was in his fucking like underground sarcophagus or whatever, so he would not like harm humanity and stuff like that. But in parallel, there's the same thing with Zero, because it's made by Dr. Wily, and then Zero like had a virus that made him insane, and then he was found by Sigma. Sigma's a good boy. But then he fought Zero, and when he fought Zero, he got the virus, and Zero became a good boy, and Sigma became the bad boy. So that's the thing. And Sigma became the bad boy. And that's the lore. And then they do things, but at the end of Mega Man X5, Zero has like a little edgy crisis and decides to go on like a stasis pod. That's when the canon diverges. There's like the Mega Man X8 timeline because X7 never happened. And did I do falling? Yeah. Does it stand up too? Pushing, just walking. And then there's the Mega Man X8, and then there's the Mega Man Zero timeline, where Zero just kind of wakes up in this body that you see here. Turns out it's not his real body, it's another body. And his original body is evil, so he kills it. But X is still alive, and X is like kind of like a leader of some utopia. But turns out X has gone bad, because his body got whatever the fuck happened. But X got bad, but X's spirit is still alive, and he talks to Zero, so you got like this Zero body that's not even the original Zero body. It's funny, when you actually find Zero's original body, it looks exactly the same as this one, just recolored. Like, come on, guys. Come on. But yeah, whatever, like you find it, and then you do things, you kill it, and then you kill X, and everything's fine, right? And then you have like 4 more games where nothing happens. And then like Zero decides to kill himself again to save someone. So that marks like the 4th time Zero died. And I believe in the next series he comes back as like this fucking Digivice thing, and he fuses with some girl, some guy, and then it becomes like it's just Zero again, whatever. And there's like the one with X2 and shit like that. There's like some other guys from like Mega Man Zero. I don't fucking. I think there's one that's called Harpy. That was green. That's all I know. But like, and then after that, I think Mega Man Legends happened. But I never played Legends. I never played a Mega Man XZ. I think. I never played that one either. Also, it's just falling. Okay, let me get this falling animation. So yeah, it's Mega Man lore, everyone. Oh yeah, like I didn't even mention like the cyber elves, or the dark elves, or whatever. Like you care? That matters? How about the elves? Like there's apparently like an elf war, but we don't know shit about the elves. We don't know anything about them. They're like little like cybernetic fairies. Do you know anything about elves? Because I sure don't. And I played all the games. I should probably play Legends at some point. It does look neat, but it doesn't seem to play neat. So this one's just falling, so paste. This is the same. So floating, paste. And spin, okay, this one, paste. 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 No, I'm not pasting anymore. We're almost done. Actually, not that big, because there's just a lot of unused shit. I think this is mostly it for those. Oh, there's this. Okay, let's copy this one's right, and let's go back and do them backwards. This is the wrong one. So yeah. Let's just use onion skin again. This is pretty useful. As far as I can tell, really all we gotta do is just move this thing up. But like the problem with the wall animation is that we're gonna just have to redo this shit anyways. I know how the shit rolls have done way too much of those. It's bad, but it'll do. You know what? I'm not even gonna redo the wall animation because it's just gonna be bad. I'm just redo that thing later. Oh, fuck. Because then we're gonna have to adjust it to the wall, you know? We're gonna have a wall and then we're just gonna have to adjust the position to it to the wall. And it's gonna be a nightmare. That's how it was in Spark. That's similar to similar thing I'm gonna be doing here. Not that bad, but it's just kinda shit. Let me make it a little bit more transparent, damn. Let me see. Too fast. I think you can actually adjust the thing in real time. Yeah, you can. I think this is it. You can, but it has to be looping. Zero got a stack overflow. Dude, like the details don't matter. Basically, Zero had like a curse, and the curse got passed on to Sigma. That's it in a nutshell. I mean, does the details matter? Like, Megaman has never been accurate to its scientific detail. It's just fiction, man. Let me see. Yeah, it's better now, but it could be adjusted a bit further. Check it out. The electric shield. We could do it. We can keep those in too. It seems fun. But like he's like a pixel above the ground, unfortunately. Is he? No, he's not. That's great. That's what I wanted. It's just that the walking animation is pretty bad. No. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Work it does. Let's save. So what are we gonna focus on now? We need to focus on the physics. I think there was like something I was gonna do. Yeah, it's the skidding one. Like, technically he's not supposed to have skidding. I'm just adding it because I feel like it's fun. But we can just remove it later. But it's gonna be there for now and might as well look decent. It just might as well look decent. This is gonna be deleted later probably. Because yours just doesn't have it. If it looks good, then I don't mind keeping it. Then I'm not trying to be accurate, just functional. But look at that. It's kind of like a little skidding thing. Not inaccurate. Maybe Zero needs that. Maybe it'll be good to have it. In fact, I want to make the screen a bit bigger. It's too small. Let's go with 4. 4.2. No, not 24.2. 5.2. Might be a bit too big, but it fits the whole screen, so. Cause Zero is just small. This motherfucker is small. GBA game, so I get. But I don't think there's any reason for me to change the screen size. I think like this kind of resolution seems good enough. Like no screen crunch or anything, you can see things ahead of time. There we go, got our Zero here. Now to make him play like Zero, that's something else. But we can figure something out. Look at his jumping. Hold on. Alright. Sorry for that. I'm gonna save again. I don't know if I actually saved already. The inner beam? I'm talking about the inner beam. Oh my god, you're actually doing this, lol. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is possible to convert Sonic Worlds into like almost any platformer. It's good enough for that. So where is the character attributes? So okay, Zero is Sonic, so let's edit this and just say Zero, because we replaced it. Now we have plenty of attributes you can change. Max X speed is how fast you can actually go in horizontally. Let's just go with like 8. But the top X speed is what we really want to change. Let's keep it at 5 or something like that. Now X acceleration should be a lot faster. Let's go with that, let's see what happens. See how fast it is? This may be actually just a little bit too much. Oh, look at that, when he starts it's a little bit weird for some reason. Yeah. So let's decrease this, make it like 3. Let's see what we get. Yeah, now it's a lot more Mega Man. Look at that. Just generally very Mega Man-ish. But still a bit too fast. We might actually have to decrease that speed a little bit. Let's make it 2.5. Now that is very Mega Man-ish. But the animation does feel a bit slow. And because you increase the acceleration, Zero actually does move pretty fast. Let's actually make the speed a bit lower, like 2.1. Let's even increase the acceleration a little bit. 3. But the deceleration is not much faster. Before you do that, let's make the slope. No. Deceleration. Generally, you want to keep it the same as acceleration, because I believe in even the Sonic physics, they're supposed to be the same. This is a lot more accurate. Still not much. Zero is faster than the original. And he doesn't stop when you release the button in the air, for example. And also jumps a lot higher. So, the camera is just the Sonic camera, but I think the Sonic camera is probably good enough for this type of game. I might have to do some changes though. I should just grab the fire shoot in here and use it. Funny, it's actually quite fast because he's not stopping in the air like he would. It's probably a air acceleration thing. Maybe there should be. Guess not. Probably the Y acceleration should be higher. I feel like in Mega Man games he falls faster. Not this fast. Or maybe not, maybe he actually doesn't fall much faster. There's the max Y speed. So let's make this like 10. See what happens. Not much really. Let's decrease this to like 2. I don't know if this is more accurate, but it's something, that's for sure. Like imagine I just dash over there. That'll be kind of neat. I think the acceleration is actually kind of too fast. This is just by eye, as I said before. This is how it is. Look at that. A little bit better. Would this engine be public? Yeah, absolutely. I think this feels like reasonably Mega Man. Jumping does feel a bit weird. Feels like the jumping is a bit faster in those games. But generally, like, the maximum Y speed for those games is very low. Like, Zero doesn't fall very fast. In Sonic, you know, that would be pretty high. Let me jump in here. Yeah, see how it falls kind of slow? I wanna add deceleration on air, so I think it should be somewhere in here. X move and wall collisions, I think. Maybe not. Might just be this. I'm looking for something that like looks for his ground. Look if he's on ground and then deaccelerates him. Generally, it's supposed to be in here, but because it's not in here, it might be in player control. Yeah. Okay, deaccelerate on floor. Okay, right. This checks if ground's equal to 1. So let's do a Sonic one. Let's do 0, 1. Sometimes you have to, like, to copy groups, you have to do that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check if character. I don't like using this value for checking character. I like using this one better. And game character is different than 0. Or 0 is character 0. So if it's equal to 0, then it doesn't even check ground. So basically by doing this, it's like different for all of them. Is it not working? Huh. Oh, I wonder. Let me do this. It's not actually deaccelerating. I wonder what I did wrong. Is it because of the angle? Angle shouldn't matter, actually. Or the top speed. Oh, this is something else, I think. No, it's not. Camera needs to pan backwards. Maybe, but the screen's a little. It's big enough for that. I don't think it's like that's probably a Megaman Zero thing, but it's just the screen's just big enough for that. I don't think. This is working, but it's not the one that we're actually looking for. So I guess we don't really. Like, let's deactivate that. Let's see what happens. It still deaccelerates, huh? Even though everything is deactivated. That's funny. I wonder why. Oh, there's an air drag, of course. Okay, there's no need for this. I just didn't find it where I was looking at it. I just missed it. It's not even here. I don't know why. It's just gotta copy this one and then just find air drag. Because it was just never used. Oh, it's not in those. It's in the. There's like player A and B, I think. It's in the B. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a feature of Worlds I actually knew about. So let's use the same one, the acceleration. Shit. Oh, it applies even if you're not holding. Fucking weird shit. Yeah, this is weird. So let's do air drag like this. For the global value. Game character is different to 0. If character is equal to 0, it just applies regardless. Right? This is how it should work, right? Right? No, it isn't. Is that? I don't think that's how it works. In 0, if you release input, does it stop? Well, that's when we go to the emulator and retry it. That's when we do this. I have a controller. Alright, let's try it. I have to do a new game. I don't even know if I can skip this. Yeah, I can. There we go. He absolutely does, yeah. Oh, oops. Yeah, but like... he has barely like no acceleration. So he's walking, so maybe I need to implement that. His drag is like very stiff. If you just release the button, he immediately stops. There's no momentum whatsoever. Only to the jumping, really. Alright. Okay, that's good. It's good to know. That's why you do that sort of shit. I think we're gonna be here for only 20 more minutes. But yeah, air drag is fucking weird as shit. It's not even applied to like any character. I'm just gonna disable it. And I think it should only be applied if there is no input. So let's check for input. Values. It's retrieve key left. Oh, that's wrong. Values. Key left is equal to 0 and key right is equal to 0. Haha, 0, haha. X acceleration, let's make this fucking huge. But it is, right? Yeah, but it's yeah, since we move faster, things are a bit different. Probably decrease the speed too. The max X speed is like how fast you can go in general, like the maximum speed. Yeah, this is probably a bit more accurate, but still faster. It's also slow as shit. Yeah, look at that. That's a bit more accurate. Still slow. Like I think this is probably just as fast as the original, but because in the original the screen is much smaller, you don't notice it. You don't notice that it's that slow. And so the jump is also higher. I think we can make the jump a bit less. By just... where's the jump in power? Jump release strength. I think this should be much higher. Because then the jump is just immediately stops once you release it. I think. That ain't right. What? Oh, I get it. This is the speed that it's set to once you release the button. Like that. How does this actually work in Zero? Let's set it to 0 and see what happens. So many zeros. And that doesn't feel right. It might just be like 3 or 4. But the jump strength shouldn't be as high. It's like tweaking the stream. It's probably as high. Zero actually jumps in the real game. This is like super small. Let's make it 5. Oh, yeah, just to make the jumping feel a bit better. Let's just do this already. Like in change animation, we go into whatever the jumping is. Left reg, right reg. Jumping. So let's do a 1 for 0, 1 for the others. I want this stuff to be compatible. Equal to 0 and not equal to 0. So if it's equal to 0, let me just change it like this. Now we can check for the X speed. The X speed is greater 0. No, not X, it's Y. What am I doing? Lower. So if it's lower than 0, then I change the jumping, but if it's greater, I change the falling. But falling is rather slow. Might be doing this a bit sooner though, so let's do it like this. -1. -1. I don't think that's how it works in the original. Let's just make it faster then. Oh, I think I know why that's happening. So if you go way down in animation speed, we see that Zero has like in standard speed tier, huh? Jumping. Yeah, let's just set it to like a value, like 50. Yeah, that's more accurate. It's like running. It should be just a value and not set to that speed. Let's just set this to like, I don't know, 30. Wait. Yeah, this is animations equal to 1. So let's go with that. But it's too fast. Yeah, look at that. That's a bit more accurate. Like you just tap it and it moves just a little bit. Also a bit slow. Go 20. Again, this is a percentage of the frame rate. So it's 20% of 60, I think. Yeah, this is a bit more accurate. Probably need the right sound effects too. I feel a lot more accurate even. What was doing again? Like changing speed or jump? Kind of forgot. Skid rate, we barely even use skidding. Like it doesn't even trigger. It's not like it matters now. It might just get straight into doing like dashing or something like that. Yeah, I should probably get straight to dashing. Let's get straight to dashing. Let me close all the groups. Right click a group, close all groups, close everything. That's good. This is what sets the variable in M, the character variable, to game character. I just like to use game character. But yeah, let's go into movements, control. Control. Let's do actions. What should we do here? Let's go into, let's make a new group called Zero Actions. Zero Actions. Now we just make a new action. Let's just grab one that already exists. Put in here. Sometimes you have to copy it outside. It just doesn't work sometimes. It's a really dumb thing. So let's use action 100 for zero dash. So animation, let's set it to 100 too. Delete everything. Yep, let's delete everything. It's fine. Now I wanna make a zero variables object, like one of those. So I'm just gonna double click active. I wonder if anyone is still watching. Been here for a very long time. Alright, so let's grab any of them. Let's put it in like here. Oh shit, this stream's like running. Go back around, let me stop. Yeah, there we go. Now let's color it something. Let's color it red. Let's go for darker red. And even dark. Let's go for dark blue for this. Cause it's pretty. I'm gonna color this well enough so it looks like something. Light yellow, light orange. Now for here, I'll just make a Z. Oh shit, I completely like stopped playing music and everything. Completely forgot. Oh jeez. Let's make a Z. I would say that this actually is required. Probably have to do something that looks reasonably good so we can get something. You know, it's gonna be easier for us to code than later because we're gonna have more of a reference to use and whatnot. That looks like a bad Z. It's fine, it doesn't have to be perfect. I want something to talk about while you work. Anyone got any subject? I got plenty of shit I want to talk about. I just need something. So we got our Z. Dragon Ball Z. So I'm watching Dragon Ball Super. I find it rather good so far. I'm enjoying it. Also people aren't, but who is concentrated? Zero values. I'm gonna be making this dash count. That's the first one we really need, so it's gonna be using that. So I use a turbo values, add one to dash count. Now group of event, not group of events. Let's just make a comment. I wonder if you guys can see the code fine. Where's the zero? Value, them. 10 minutes left, technically. Yeah, okay, I guess we can just use the dash and be done with it for today. Do you know how to make different weapons? I could try, but I just want the basics. For now. So lower than, how long does the dash go for? I don't know. Like half a second? Let's go with like 40. Alright, so over here, set alterable values. Alterable values set. Whatever X speed to whatever we want. Let's say the dash speed is like 4. Now we do this times value. Then we get direction. But this we get the direction of the player, and then we can just, if it's the direction is like here to the left, it's gonna be negative. So it's gonna times this as negative. It's gonna become a negative value. Now to stop the dash, we do a greater or equal to 40, and you probably need to do like a dash jump action somehow. But maybe we'll do that later. I think we just need to change the. Yeah, I think I know what to do. Grappling hook, really? You could try, I mean, that really depends. There's so many different types. Would be a really good tool for level design? No, it's just a gameplay feature. So, here alterable values set dash count to 0. Now we also set the action. Set action to 0. That's pretty much it, really. So, perhaps we should not do that. Instead, we should change the max speed. We should like completely forget about top speed. Completely. Just use max instead. Top speed is how fast you can go like normally. But max speed though, that is something else. That is the absolute maximum that you can go. So now, here we can set the X speed to it, but we can also set the max speed, max X speed to 4. And just kind of keep it that way until we fall back to the ground. So let's say here in common actions, we set the, like we should set this thing to this. If character is equal to 0, delete it in here, and variable values, compressible values, if ground is equal to 1. 1. No, it's 1.5, I think. It's our main X speed. It's our main X speed, max speed, yeah. So you would only reset if we actually touch the ground. Haley, guess what? The engine works now. What works? What hasn't worked? What have I done? Okay, so here in special actions, one thing that we can do is just make a character 07, no, 0, 0, 0, 0. And over here in this thing, we can do things like set. Generally, those special actions is where I set like special things that the character does, and like certain variables that we need to reset and whatnot. It's something I used for Classic Sonic X, and it's very valuable. I use it in Spark quite a lot. I don't think there's any value in just doing everything in the group above, because it's super confusing. Might as well keep it over here. So here, activate 0. Cancel special variables. I mean, we can do it in there, but we can just do it in here too. I might as well do it in here, I guess. Now let's do it in 0. So if variable values action is different than 100, resets this one. Variable values sets dash count to 0. Let's save. Is there actually 30 people watching? Doesn't feel like there's 30. I wonder if my mic is good, if you guys can hear me well, because I like move away from it way too much, I feel like, sometimes. So let's go back in here, stop this one, go in manage, and let's do that. Oh, I already have the dash in here. I bet it's fine, we'll make our new one. For 0, it's actually kind of different. So 0 dash, it deactivates it, and then later on it's gonna check if it's 100. And then it's gonna, I don't know, I still don't see any value in like typing 53 equal wall jump, since you're gonna know it's right here, you know? Come on, it's right there. I mean, I see some value, but I just don't see much of a point. So, I guess you can change direction while in the dash? Let's flag the direction to 0 then. Seems fair enough. Now, how do we trigger it? I like to put the trigger in and over here. It might not be a great idea, but... And let's put it in action 0, I think. Because you cannot dash in the air, I don't believe, in 0. Let's put it in here, in common. So let's put it here, dash. 0 dash. So here we do this. And I think we check for grounds equal to 1, and then we check variable values compared to 1, and this is a thing that I think I added in here. Not sure if it exists in Delta, and it's key C or key D pressed, which are just more keys to press. There's more too. I think those variables are probably more keys that I just haven't added here for some reason. I mean, I haven't changed the variable names, but they do exist. You know, like if you go over here in general methods, in like setup events, input manager, not so simple. Back in assign, yeah, those things are all used. It says in used, but it's used. So here in Xbox, for example, not shake. Like there is input for it, like the D-pad, stick, left, and here there's A, X, and left shoulder, right shoulder, start, and whatnot. Wait, there's just 2? Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't do those then. Yeah. I did some shortcuts too, so I guess I didn't, because Spark doesn't really use them. But then this is from Spark, so yeah, never mind that. So control, player control, actions, common, 0 dash. And now if that's equal to 1, we do the double tap later. I did double tap for Spark. Maybe you already have it. Let's see if they actually already implemented it. No, they haven't. Pretty sure they didn't. In Delta. Now, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna... I think that's... No, we just need to set action to 100. Let's go with that. Let's see what happens. Whoops. Yeah. Don't do that. Huh. Work it doesn't, at least not for now. What did I do exactly wrong? Let's go back in there, let's check. I did set max speed to it. Now let's change the animation, let's see what I did wrong. So, I'm just gonna put it up here instead of scrolling down there. Zero names. That's just better. Come on. Is it code 100? Change the speed to like dash. Let's go with that. Sorry dude. I'm gonna time you out. Alright man, not it deletes the messages, but like no Spanish in chat. Exactly. The dash does work, it's a little bit weird. But it's also funny. Because it's not changing your like max speed, I think. Let's change this to like 99 and see what happens. What is setting the speed back? Oh, I know what's setting the speed back. I'm a fag. Initialization character attributes, because it's always setting it and then applying it. Instead, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna copy it, start a frame. I'm gonna delete this from here. Yeah, there we go. Does Zero actually accelerate when he dashes? It doesn't feel like he would. I feel like it takes a while and then he accelerates, something like that. Like, let's go back into the dash and figure something out. So it's not in here, it's in here. Okay, so let's actually do something like this. Greater to like 3 frames. And like, let's have him dash for a lower time. Set max speed to like 3. This doesn't matter. And it's actually rather low. Let me adjust the animation then. Seems pretty bad actually. Onion skin, please. Alright. Yeah, it's just too high almost. It feels like it would be the right place, but it isn't. Let's do this. Yeah, so we can actually see it. Yeah, I think it just like goes down like that. Let's move it up even further down. Because it needs to like slide on the floor, I think. Dashing has no acceleration. That's the thing. It's not actually accelerating, I don't think. Let me look into it. Maybe it is. No, don't cancel. Cancel. Do you wish to cancel? Let's keep like that frame in there. Let's see what happens. I don't think it is accelerating, but it is pretty weird. Doesn't seem fast enough. Probably because it isn't. And dash animation might be a bit too fast too. Let me actually lowered it. Because since we're over here, we can just change it via code. Like, come on. It's 25. Come on, this is easier. 25 is too high, what? No way. It's not actually changing. Wow. Why? You know what? This shit can go fuck itself. I'm gonna put this later, just because I wanted to act after everything has acted. Yeah, that's why. It's because there's something in here that is overriding, because whatever comes later overrides what came before. He kind of stops like that. It's a bit weird. But let me actually increase the Y drag. The Y drag, the ground drag. Something like, I don't know, 6. Should also increase the air drag. Yeah, it's because the dash doesn't immediately stop. Does it not? Yeah, it doesn't. Zero should just stop after the dash. That's generally how it works, I think. Look at how fast he's braiding. There's a dash, but it's pretty slow. And you haven't done the jump yet. The trail, no, the trail definitely make it look more speedy, but it's not about looking speedy. It's about being speedy. There we go. I think you got something going. I think we should also be able to start the dash again. If you're like already in the dash somehow, should be a way of doing that. So let's add in here a way to just do the dash again. So if dash count is greater than like 10, and we press the C again. The values. Also, so the dash should stop for not holding it. That's true. Yeah, I guess there's no point in doing this. We should just do something like this. Let's rainbow values. Key pressed is equal to 1. Let's set the Z. Rainbow values set. Dash count to like 100. Oh, not pressed. It's C, not pressed. Because it's a hold. So if 0, then it would stop the dash. That's why you can do stuff like this. Yeah, but it should probably take a while to stop, not just like pressing like this. The dash takes a little bit to start. Let's be able to like stop the dash if it's greater than like 5, I think. So like even if you press it a little bit, it still does a little bit of a dash. I still think Zero's like walks a little bit too slow, but it feels like Megaman Zero. That's like my problem with it. So instead, let's set this to 2. Come on, it's just too slow. I just would not want my character to be that slow. Yeah, look at this. This is just faster. And the dash is even faster. Let's make the trail. I'm just gonna make like a preemptive trail, but we might delete it. So let's clone this one. I haven't even renamed the object. There's like an 8 in it. Fucking big ass fingers. Let's save. There is a little bit of sliding, but I'm not gonna do anything about that yet. We'll do about that later. I always ignore this after image value. It doesn't mean anything. But let's add a little trail to it, color to his trail. So, in fact, I think we might be able to make our own effect. So let's make our own effect. Right. So generally, you should have this effect in your thing called the black mono. Like I have plenty of edits from it. But essentially an effect that makes your character black and white. Oh, I don't know which one is it. Because I completely edited everything, so I don't think I'll find it. Jesus, man. Let's go with that. So like black mono. So it makes it like that, right? So here's what you do. You're gonna go into editor. And now just change it into, in the name, change it to like 0 effect. And now you save as, and save it as 0.xml. Alright, so now, there's plenty of stuff here in the code, and this is gonna be coding. And I don't think I can actually zoom in, so that's very unfortunate. Let me see. I'm not gonna zoom in, sorry for that. But we can edit things. But you wouldn't get things to split in half from Saber? That's not hard. I mean, it's complicated, but like, basically what this shader does is that it just makes everything here basically it's getting the output that's text 2D, which is the texture, and then it's getting a float 4 f4, which is just like the color. Float 4 I believe is like this 0 0 0 0. It's RGB and alpha. That's what it is, I think. And it's getting the out.color, which is the texture color. As far as I can tell, this is done like per pixel. So essentially, it's getting the texture, and it's getting 1 pixel from the texture, which is the pixel that we're currently on, whatever this pixel is. And then it's making a new float f, and setting that float to f4.r, which is just the red channel. And it's making the out.rgb, the whole color, just F. So it's making every color F. So I don't remember exactly how I did it before, but I think we can just do something like this and set out.color to F4 instead. I think if you click apply, it should work. So it just sets it to whatever it is right now. So it's just setting it to F4, not F4.R. So we set out color to F4.R. Let's see what happens. Now this doesn't happen because there's no alpha. Like it's become something weird. But there might be a way. So is there a .R? I completely forgot how I did this before, but I did do it somehow. Let me think. I'm not good at shader language. This is HLSL, I think. It's a high-level shading language, I think. I am a dimwit. So, like, for example, if you time this like over 1, I think it should. Yeah, we're doing alpha too, so that's bad. Let me do like another out.color. Fuck. You can't even tab. Dot. Is there an A? F4. Dot A. Is there a dot A? Oh, that's our return. Oh, whoops. What now? Let's make it an F3. See what happens. Nah, it has to be an F4. Fuck. Dot R. Apply. Okay, this works. If we just set a float F4 just to R, it works. Fuck. So let's not change the colors, because I do believe I did do those things. I mean, for example, we can do this, right? But what? How did I do it? That's what I want to know. I did this before. Oh, like I just did a complete. Oh, okay. So we can set things individually. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So let's go back to our zero effects editor. Othering here, F4 to out color, and then F4.R. I don't have to set it to RGB. We can just set it to here. So right now, color.R is set to F, so it's normal. But now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna. I hate this. I hate this so much. Can't even tab. So now we're setting everything to red. No, G, and then B. Apply. It's just black and white. Yeah, I gotta set it to 0. Okay. Apply. Yeah, it has become red. We did it. So here's the logic in here. We're getting out.color and set it to the texture 2D, which is our texture, and then we're setting float 4 to the color, and then this we have F, which is just the red channel. This is a little bit optimized, but then here we're just setting the output.color, the color again, to to the R to F, which is just the red, and then we set G to 0 and B to 0. So this is gonna be red. Okay, so it's red. I don't think it was exactly like this inside the game. It might have been actually some other colors. Let me see if I can do something about it. I do believe we can set it to like F times 0.1 or something like that. Does it not work? Let's see. It does work. Just a bit hard to see. So we're mixing other colors in so it doesn't look fully red. Maybe we should also make it a bit more bluish. And that looks pink. Let's see, save. Close. Okay. Now it's pinkish, but we're getting there. So let's set this to 4 too. Let's click apply. Orange now. No, I set it to 5. Let's go with like 3. Let's just keep it this way, even if it's not actually accurate to what it is in the game. Seems like good enough. Kinda like a trail. Ugh, nah, not good enough. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Save as 0. Yes, close. Okay, there we go. I think this is good enough, right? Like the trail in the game are essentially 3 sprites that kind of just lag behind. And I don't really want to do it like that because it's just harder. I just don't want to do it. So in here, what we can do is that we're gonna go in here and 0 anims. Oh, we can do it in 0 animation, but let's not do it in 0 animation. In special actions. I forgot to disable this by default. It just needs to be disabled by default. So always disable value. Add 1 to no. Add 1 to the other. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. It's not a different color because we changed the shader and nothing else. So we're going to go over here. The values, compare it to 1 if after image is greater than 5 and destroy. Very simple. In fact, I don't think we should have this here. We should just have it there because it needs to be active even if the character is not on screen, I think. So now we can do an after image counter for our 0 thing. After image creator. Oops. Man, this mouse, sometimes I like bump it on the keyboard and it clicks. Yeah, so here we also add 1 to... we're gonna stop the stream after this, I think. We do the jump like the next time. So now, we're just gonna check if observable values. After image creator is greater than like 3. It's gonna create an image. Oh, it's so boring shit. We've done this before. Here, and then reset the animation. Change animation sequence to user calculations, animation. In fact, since I've done it before, we might as well just go into the, I think it's to 2 or to 3. Where we did it, because we already done this. What's in here, in fact? After image. You just need this, I think. We'll just go in here, copy this. Since we've done this before, like whatever. Let's not set it to 0.2 of it, just itself. Not even y, just like 0. This is the 0 trail. The 0, okay. Set it to this. Shit. Why can I not do that? Wow. Oh, because it's position, okay. But then we can do it to everything else. That's good. So yeah, and then we set after image creator. No, it's not Z. It's after image creator. That ain't right. What? So what I did wrong technically? I need to do like that thing where it does like the loop for every single one. Count for each object. A. And instead it's the loop. Clone technique, it's just clone. There, it should work. Like it's always set to that one for some reason. Not to the actual dashing animation. It's not even destroying itself. Did I just use the wrong one? I wonder why it's not actually working. Probably because maybe after image is already used somewhere. Let's just go with table value B. This is always zero trail. It's always zero trail. Oh, I do know why that's happening. I'm an idiot again. It's because it has a disappearing animation. That's a problem. You always have to keep that in mind. Yeah, now it does work. Let's make this like a 15. Now it does work. It's not like the original, but it does work. Oh yeah, it looks like an LCD game. Let me do a thing. This is all that I'm gonna do for the day. We're gonna do more like some other day. At least I think we can get this ready before Sage probably. But look at this shit. Check this shit out. Effect. Zero effect. Check it out. It's Virtual Boy now, bitch. I love this shit. Sadly, you can't jump in the dash yet. But we can walk incredibly slowly. Yeah, we can do that. That's why you should just make things faster. Yeah, we can dash and shit. Oh, it's like in the pushing action. I hate pushing. Yeah, got Virtual Boy Zero. We could do some other things. I love playing with this shit. It's fucking dumb. Blend shader purple. Let's go with that. Just make shit purple. Blend shader green. It's green. It's just green. Color change. Color changes are dumb, but they work. No. The insta shield is still there. This is like what's the name of it? Like color blindness? Colorblind vision? They're kind of dumb because they don't really work for like a palette swap. They really don't work for that. They just look kind of weird. I used them in Spark for like the Fark story. You're gonna see them in there. They really didn't do much. Like this. Does this look good? No, it doesn't. It doesn't look good particularly. It's just an effect. You don't want to play the whole game like this, you know. This is only should be used for like something very temporary, or like a genuine palette swap that you might want to use. And look at this pink and green thing. Oh, it's green now. No. Yeah. But I think this is good enough, guys. I'm gonna be going. And I really think I need to be going now. I've been here for a very long time. Like 2 hours and 26 minutes now. I got some things to do. Fuck. I unplugged my headphones. But that's fine. We'll see you guys some other time, alright? See you guys later.